Hello, and I'm here on the sofa with Samit from Heathrow, who is just about as passionate as me, and we've already had a good 15 minutes of conversation. Yeah. So, welcome.
Thank you.
So, just bear with the speakers. So, if I could just ask you to tell me a little bit about where your journey started, for anybody that doesn't know.
Oh, absolutely. So, I was a security officer for 13 years. I was so last year I was asking passengers, could you please remove your liquids, laptops, and iPads? And then I came across a blog that said that this is how you can create a Power App. So I followed the steps and I thought, this is amazing. So I opened up the Excel spreadsheet, created columns, named the columns, saved it onto a OneDrive, opened up PowerApps, find the OneDrive folder, and that's where my Excel spreadsheet was. Press the tick button, click generate, and within minutes, my app was built. I installed it on my phone, PowerApps, I opened it up, and in the text boxes, that's what I've created. I started filling it in, pressed the tick button. That data that I just put on my phone, straight to the Excel spreadsheet, I thought, wow, it made me feel so smart. I thought, like, why didn't no one know this? So I was like, and then I think
So what did your first app do? What was your idea to do something, a thing?
The first app I wanted to build was something called the security language app, which we have back on our machines. And it has all these different translations.
It's quite a book.
It is quite a book, over 70 pages. Now, we can't carry this around us. We are an international airport, and we need to be more compliant to our passengers, and we're trying to give them the best service. So I thought, why not go home and try and build this? I didn't tell no one. I took the book home. It was so easy adding images and buttons, so I did that.
Did you have an IT background or anything like that? You just knew, got this problem, this thing over here is pretty easy.
That's it. The aim was to reduce our bag rejection.
Right.
And that's why I felt this would be a good way to build something. And it took me less than a week to build, adding images and buttons. I showed it to my manager. He goes, "Wow, who built this?" I said it was me, and he goes, "How much coding is involved?" I said, "Let me show you." So I showed him. He goes, "Let's introduce you to IT." And at the time, the business change manager, Komal, she said, "Would you like to be a digital champion?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I did that for 3 months, because while I was a security officer, she took me out for 2 hours to showcase what we can do with PowerApps.
Yeah.
And then the adoption specialist job came out, and I said, "I'll be interested, but I'm dyslexic." And she said, "Don't worry about that. You have got a passion for this. We'll bring you over." And then since then, I haven't been just building these apps. I've been teaching. I've been helping other communities.
Getting the message out there, right?
That's it, and helping other people to bring their ideas into reality, and it's been amazing.
I think that's what's so powerful for me about this story is that you're enabling people who understand what the problem is and how to make the problem go away or become better, and then you're just showing them that it's really not that hard, and if you've got a will to do it. So how's it going at Heathrow? Are there lots of summits, and how many Power Apps?
No, there's only one summit, and there's only one person who builds these. They've all got a certain passion.
Right.
What Power Apps enables you to do is add value to your. Say you've got a problem, and you've got an idea. These will enable that to make it a reality. And we've got about 12 apps going live so far, which saved a lot of money, paper, time. Each app used to cost us £66,000 for one app to build. Now we've got a solution, which is PowerApps, to build those apps without no cost. And what happens is that it shows that the person who had that idea is the person that's on the front line, saying that I have got this idea and I know how much easier it would be to build if I work on it instead of sending my idea to someone else.
Yeah, and I understand that you've also taken the leadership on this journey, and you recently ran a PowerApps hackathon leadership. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So absolutely. So we got a community of super users.
Yep.
And I asked them if you would like to join me on this hackathon to help 120 IT colleagues to show them what PowerApps can do. So they did a little showcase of what they built. And then we gave the 120 IT colleagues a scenario to go out and build. And one of the scenarios was a car park scenario where
everyone's got car parking problems,
exactly,
right? Yeah.
And we use, so that if you park it incorrectly, the ticket man or the security guard will come in and print a ticket up on your car. So how can we go paperless using PowerApps? And then everyone had a different kind of scenarios, different kind of ideas, and it was brilliant. We had a good laugh. Everyone got to know what PowerApps, Power BI, Flow, and IoT, and everything into one place. They all knew what it could do, and it was a great presentation. It was great fun.
Yeah, and I love it that you're kind of showing people what they can do in context of a problem that they can easily relate to, and they can also see the business benefit from it.
Absolutely. I mean, I always say that if I can do it, then anybody can do it. So it's great to show them that you're the user, but you can also be the builder.
Yeah. So I hear you're using AI Builder. Have I got that right?
Yeah.
AI Builder in PowerApps?
Oh, absolutely.
How are you finding that?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I thought I felt smart building a Power App. Now using AI, it just blows my mind.
Tell me about it, because I don't know anything about it. So what's it helping Heathrow do? What's it helping you do?
So for example, before when we checked the cabin crew ID, we have to check their ID and then write it on a piece of paper. With AI Builder now, you can just scan their card and you go straight to a database. So it takes the text from the card, and you can use AI Builder for that. So it's been great. We can identify certain kind of planes, so like Virgin Airlines, British Airways. By just taking a picture, it can say this is British Airways.
Amazing.
It's brilliant. So we've got a whole a fleet that tells us we've seen this many British Airways, this many Virgin Airlines, and so on. So it's been great.
So there's less data entry, there's less paper, which has got to be good.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's just the beginning using AI Builder. We've got so many ideas, so many ways to play around with AI Builder, but it's so easy to use. It's like machine learning, so you just add 20 or 30 images, and it calculates the percentage of how easy it will be to recognize it. So it's really good.
And you've got the people that are on the ground, literally on the ground, or in the security teams and other teams. Have you managed to get this out across all of Heathrow?
The aim is, at the moment, we're just playing around with AI Build at the moment, coming up with scenarios, but we have more departments than ever before using PowerApps and looking. And the great thing is they have more ideas where we can say this idea can be used for AI Builder.
How do you tell those stories then? Because you must promote them. Is it through the Champions network, or?
Yeah, so we have Yammer, we use our SharePoint collaboration sites, but we have a monthly meeting just to showcase what we've been doing. So we're collaborating together, not making sure we have duplicates. But the great thing is that we have so many people building apps now that at least once a month we have someone showcasing what they've done.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's the great thing about it, is that these people, they're not just in IT. They're just people just like loving the passion about, look what I've built, let me showcase it.
They're inspiring each other, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So what would you say to somebody who thinks, PowerApps, that sounds interesting. What would you say to them to get started? How would they get started?
See, the way I started with YouTube, watched a video from Shane Young, and it was so easy to build. But you've got the great thing about learning is that there's a massive community that you can learn anything and anywhere. You can use YouTube, you can use the Microsoft Learning platform, you can go on Twitter, I use Twitter a lot. When I type in #PowerApps, there's a whole content of people, what they're doing with it and so on.
And they're all helping each other, I suppose.
All help, and that's how, I didn't learn this by myself. I reached out, I went on Twitter and I said, I need help in PowerApps, or go on the PowerApps website, go to the community, and it's easier to help, reach out. You can even ask for help from me. Just find me, I'll be happy to help out, because when I needed help, there was people there to help me.
Yeah.
So I want to be there for someone as well. I mean, our community is so huge. Like you saw Martin Lee, he's from Autoglass.
Yep.
You know, he's a PowerApps amazing guy. You can ask him for help. Keith Watling, you got the Hitachi TDG guys. They're all using PowerApps. So all you need to do is reach out, and you'll be a PowerApp user and builder in no time.
So I think it's fair to say that is a genuine offer. And we were talking for a good 15 minutes, weren't we, before we get started, and saying that when you're passionate about something, it just becomes easier. So I will extend that offer to our audience. And thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
That was amazing, and we will continue this conversation off camera.
No problem.
Thank you.